This is the part that I really needed help on as I talked with Keita. What's it like for a woman who carries a child? What questions do you have? What things come upon you? What questions do you ask as you're carrying that child? Will he be healthy? Will he have 10 fingers, 10 toes? Will I be a good mom? I could imagine some of these questions went through Mary's head. What will he look like? She is carrying God in her stomach, in her womb. What will he look like? What will he be when he grows up? Does he know how much I love him? Even in the womb, does he know how much I love him? And when he comes into the world, will others love him just as much? When he goes to school, will he have friends? People be nice to him? When he grows up, how will life treat him? See, at this time, she did not know what was going to happen. Everything was unexpected to her. And sometimes life happens that way. Sometimes the unexpected happens. So Mary is carrying the Son of Man. And everybody is turning their backs on her. And everything is falling apart. And it's not working out as she likes. And now it's time to give birth. She's had to travel all the way to Bethlehem. There's no room for her. She's pregnant. She's traveled on the back of a donkey. She goes. There's no room for her at the inn. And they have to go to a stable. Christmas cards always have a wonderful depiction of this time. Because it amazes me that this man and woman traveled so far on the back end of a donkey, and they're in the stable and they're all so clean and fresh looking. And the shepherds out in the field have come together and they're not sweating. Everything is just like it should be. The hay is soft. A couple of weeks ago, Dak spent the day playing on hay bales, and that night he had little red whelps on them for the irritation of the hay. But oh, not the hay in the stable on the Christmas card. It's soft. And the animals are so tamed and well behaved, and they're gathered around and they smell pleasant and they look good and they're clean. And everything in the Christmas card is perfect. Nobody is hot and sweaty. Nobody is dirty. Everything is just like it should be. But that is not life. Life doesn't always work out like the Christmas card. Sometimes it gets dirty. You see, Christmas isn't a promise that life is going to be perfect. Christmas isn't a promise that life is going to be clean and there will be no difficulties. No. See, that's when it occurred to me that everything about Christmas that has meaning is about the journey. It's about Mary's journey. It's about God's journey to us. Life was never meant to be perfect. People mess up. People sin. Unwed moms get pregnant. We all make mistakes. What Christmas is about is looking at that little baby and saying, you know what? He came anyway. Even though there wasn't one person here, not one person that could make an argument of not needing him. He came for all of us. It's Christmas time, and I know it's time to go get gifts. It's time to have celebrations. It's time to throw parties. It's time to just have a wonderful time. got to remember through Mary what she told us. Sometimes life throws you a curveball. Sometimes things don't happen like you want them to. And sometimes when God is doing stuff in your life, everybody around you is going to talk about you. And they're going to point their finger. And they're going to ridicule you. And that's what happens when you carry Jesus Christ inside you. Mary was the first person to ever carry Christ inside her. And boy, it wasn't pretty for her. All Joseph would have had to say was one word, and they would have stoned her to death. I see so many young girls today in the same situation. And it seems like too many of us are polishing up that stone, getting ready to throw it. Christmas is a time to change the way you look at others. Let's start loving people a little more. Let's stop looking and pointing the finger at the people that are messing up and just start loving them. That is what Christmas is about. Loving other people because God first loved us. This morning we're going to end 349. Turn your eyes upon Jesus. I know there's a lot of uncertainty within the church. There's some things that I have been informed about that haven't been announced in church. Things that's not my place to announce or anybody else's. But there's people experiencing difficulties. There's people experiencing everything from hardships that are financially related to just difficulties in life. The church was built to be a place where those people could find shelter. It was built to be a place where everybody in the world hurting could find shelter. Please, this month, please, as Christmas draws near, love somebody that normally you probably wouldn't have loved. Love somebody who needs love. If you see a young girl at Walmart or in the checkout line at the store who looks to be 15 or 16 and she's with a child, don't point a finger. Go and talk to her. Go and put your arm around her. Wouldn't it be a shame if we talked about a girl like that and that teenage unwed mother just happened to be carrying the Son of God? If you would, please stand. The altar is open for any reason whatsoever.